Good morning, beauties. Get ready with me. It's super late in the day already. It's almost 12 o'clock. And I'm just now getting ready. It is Martin Luther King Day, so I got to sleep in. The kids are home from school again, which is really annoying because they had Christmas vacation and then they had an extra whole week for snow. And gotta close my door. And now they're here again because it's a teacher work holiday, which I don't mind them having off for Martin Luther King Day, obviously. But breaks would be nice. Longer breaks. Before you know it, summer's gonna be here. And they'll be here every day. So the average day for me right now is, because I'm a serial entrepreneur, stay-at-home mom, chauffeur to my kids, etc., and then a wife, right? So what an average day looks like for me is I wake up at 6 to get the kids ready for school. I make lunches. I do lunches in the morning. I used to do them at night, but I make them wraps. And so if you do the wraps at night, then they get soggy and the kids are gonna complain about that. So I make the wraps at night. In the morning for them. And after they're in school, so one of my businesses is Toro. So basically, if you have extra vehicles or whatever, or if you just have a vehicle that you're not using, you can put on the Toro platform. The vehicle has to be reliable, in good condition, look good, etc. And so basically, it's a car rental platform. So right now, I have 4 SUVs on that platform. And so a lot of times I will get reservations overnight that need to be ready in the morning, like 8 a.m. in the morning. So when I wake up, the first thing I do is I look at that app to see if I got any overnight reservations, which I absolutely hate, but it is what it is. You kind of don't want to turn down any money because there are slow periods. For instance, January was pretty booming for me, if I'm being honest. January and December were pretty booming. But for some people, depending on where you at, January, February, March are slow months. And then April through November are pretty busy months. So technically, I could adjust my time where you can't get the vehicle that early. But since it's one of the slower months is January, did I say January was booming? I meant December was booming. January is slow because we had that big snowstorm. And during the snowstorm, weather like that, I'll take them off the platform or I will pause them because I don't want anyone in the vehicle and then, have an accident as a result of bad weather. Accidents can happen, but I don't want to have them in the vehicle when it's bad weather, when it's more likely to happen. Because when in icy road conditions, there are a lot of accidents. So I just take it off as a precaution. Some people leave it up, but I'm like, nope, I'm not going to give you even more reason to F up my car. So anyways, yeah, I'll check that first thing in the morning to see if I need to do anything to get a vehicle ready. The most I'll need to do is move it, take pictures, put the key in the lockbox, and make sure it's clean. Usually what I do is as soon as the vehicle comes back, I'll clean it. I'll take it to the car wash, do what I need to do to get it ready for the next guest. That way, I'm not stuck at the last minute scrambling trying to get a car clean. It's much easier to do it that way. And then sometimes you'll have it like where a guest is supposed to drop your car off at 2 o'clock, but now you have a reservation for 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So you want to make sure that you can be available to clean that car right away. The other thing you can do is, if you have like a legitimate reason, you can just swap them into another vehicle. So summertime is super busy for me. Most of my days are at the car wash, literally at the car wash during the summer. I'm sweating during the summertime. So anyways, after I check to make sure I don't have any reservations, I then proceed with getting the kids ready for school and everything that I need to do there. If I have reservations later on in the day, then after I put the kids on the bus, I make sure that they're clean and everything. And I do what I need to do to get that vehicle ready. After that, if there's any household things that I need to do, like clean or whatever, I'll go ahead and do that. My kids are old enough to where they have chores and they can pull their own weight around the house. So everyone has something that they're supposed to do around the house, so everything doesn't fall on me completely. Even though I'm a stay-home mom, that doesn't mean that I'm a maid. So I make sure that everyone has a chore, a task to do, and I make sure that they get it done. So while the kids are at school, after I've done what I needed to do around the house, I will either work on another business. So another thing that I do is social media managing, marketing managing. And then another thing that I have is my skincare business, where I make body butters and soaps. So if I have an order for that, I'll take care of that order. If I need to make inventory, I'll make inventory. And then when I'm not doing that, I will work on my content, whether it's hair, makeup, nails, whatever. Then by 3 o'clock, if the kids don't have a school sport, they're coming home. Well, the middle schoolers are coming home. And then at 4 o'clock, my baby girl is coming home. So kids sports consist of gymnastics. That starts at 4 o'clock. That is my middle son. He's in middle school. So before he gets home, I need to make sure I have a afternoon snack ready for him, like a sandwich or french fries or something like that, because he's hungry after school. So I'll make sure I have that ready so he can eat and get ready for gymnastics. And then once my daughter gets off the bus at 4 o'clock, I will drop him off at gymnastics. So since I'm waiting for her to get home, he's late every day to gymnastics, unfortunately. And more recently, he's made the wrestling team. So wrestling practice isn't over until 5 p.m. So now he's even more late to gymnastics. His dad really wanted him to try out for wrestling, and he just so happened to make the wrestling team. He's going to be an excellent athlete. So I don't mind him participating in all this stuff. However, it does put him behind. It makes me a lot more busy because, like I said, I'm a chauffeur after school, basically taking them everywhere they need to be. So after school, they either have their after school sports, which right now is wrestling, or they have their other extracurricular sport, which for him is gymnastics. So after I take him to gymnastics, well, he has gymnastics Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. On Mondays, they have nothing. I think I have to look at the calendar. They have so much going on that I have to double check. I think nothing on Monday. They used to have speed and agility training, but we did not sign them back up for that. So I think their schedule now is free for Monday, but I have to check. No. Okay. Yes, for now. In February, then it goes back to having some track in February. So my daughter, the elementary age kid, she has after school, she has soccer on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Friday, she has hip hop. And then Sunday, she has her soccer games. Starting in February, she'll have soccer first on Tuesday, then track practice after that, and then Wednesday she'll have soccer, and then Thursday she'll have track practice, and then Friday she'll have hip hop, and then Sunday she'll have soccer games. And then my oldest son, on Monday starting in February, he'll have track. Right now he's in wrestling. So I'm trying to think. Since we took him out of speed and agility after wrestling, he doesn't have anything until February, but my husband gives him workouts to do at home. So he has to do that and record himself doing that. So starting in February, he'll have wrestling after school. He'll have track on Monday and Wednesdays after wrestling. He doesn't have anything on Tuesdays, Thursdays. He don't have anything on Friday, but he'll have wrestling meets probably on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But track is so late that it won't interfere with anything else. Track is from 7 to 8:30 or something like that. So we'll be able to work that in. So you see how busy my schedule is after school. Like gymnastics is from 4 to 8. And then for soccer is an hour. Track is an hour and a half. So within that time frame, also I have to cook dinner, because I do cook dinner Monday through Thursday. On Fridays, I don't really cook dinner. It's kind of like fend for yourself. On Saturdays, the same thing. It's kind of like fend for yourself. And then Sunday, I make sure I cook so they have, a good meal going into Monday morning or whatever. So within that time frame, I have to find time to cook. Hence me being a stay-at-home mom, because my days are pretty packed. Pretty packed. So yeah, today is Martin Luther King Day, so I actually got to sleep in a little bit, but my daughter did come in here at like 9 to wake me up to say she's hungry, even though her dad is downstairs. But she came downstairs and awake, but she came to wake me up out of my sleep to make her something to eat. And I told her, not right now. I'm doing something. I'm busy. Don't come in.
Are we doing something today?
I don't know. Go ask your dad. Yeah, it's weird with kids. Like, even though there's a whole nother responsible parent in the house, they still rather come to me and ask me 101 questions when they can ask their dad. I don't get it. I do not get it. But anyways, yeah, my days are freaking packed. And sometimes I just want to relax. You would think that Monday would be a relaxing day for me. I guess it's relaxing in the aspect that I got to sleep in, but still gonna have to cook dinner, obviously. I can't make content because anytime I try to do something girly or like just anything for myself, my daughter comes in. She is literally a mini me, and she will get in my way, and she will try to imitate and do everything I do. So although that sounds cute and can be cute at times, it can also be overwhelming because it's hard to make content and do what I need to do for myself with a little mini me in the way, talking about, can I do it? What are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. It's just, it can be overwhelming. It can be annoying at times. So I can't really do any content or do any things that I like to do for myself when she's around. So I don't know what I'm going to do this summer. Last summer, I couldn't do anything for my businesses because if you think the kids have a lot of activities during the school year, just imagine how the summers are. The activities start earlier in the day, and there's a lot more because my husband always wants to keep them busy, and I'm the one that has to chauffeur them around, which is fine because he's out making the money, so I'm not really complaining. It's just that I can't really do anything that I like to do or for myself, which kind of sucks sometimes. So I'm hoping to figure out a schedule for this summer where I can do more content. Oh, and then not to mention the Toro business over the summer does really well, really, really well. So there really is no time for me to do, anything for myself between cleaning cars, getting them ready, checking people out, checking people in, and taking the kids to where they need to go. There's really no time for me at all. And the most I can do as far as self-care on days when my kids are here is my eyebrows. I can't really do makeup on the days that the kids are home from school. I might be able to do like some skin tint or whatever. I might be able to do some lipstick, lip liner. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put on my lip liner and my gloss or whatever. That's a given, but I can't, there's nothing else I can do. I can't even clean sometimes. So it is really a good thing that I make sure the kids all have a task, because there's not a lot that I can do. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the rant, and I am done with what I can do for today, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.